too far in the weed. Wind's blowing me where I don't want to be. So hello again from PTP Fishing. I'm at Lake Kurwongbah again today, so still playing around with spinnerbaits and doing all that sort of stuff, and I'll explain that stuff to you in a little bit, but certainly hope you enjoyed the last video. I know I enjoyed putting it together, maybe a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but that's the way it goes. So same deal today. I've got a few more colours of those spinnerbaits that I want to try. Obsession Spinnerbaits has released now a bass series. So the bass series is pretty much the three spinnerbaits that, or three of the five spinnerbaits that I used last time round, which was the copper tone head with a grin and skirt, which is now called Goat. The donk colour, which you saw Nicholas catch those couple of fish on. The BG, or the black gold, which was the first one that I was using, and today I'll try and use the three other colours. So rather than talking to you, plan of attack today is to, I guess, kayak a little further up the lake and then work our way back, because generally the water scares are here on the weekend, and water scares basically means makes it a little bit tough in the kayak. So see how we go. Got a little bit more paddling to do, and then we'll get into the fishing. So that's the colour I'm going to start with today. That's the GM colour, or Ghost Minnow. I'd like to thank Ray. A lot of the colours that I've suggested or played around with, he's actually added into the range. So this one, I guess it's really is a bait fish profile. Again, with that little bit of a definition at the top of the skirt. I love this colour. It's caught me a lot of fish, so hopefully I can show that to you now. It's actually amazing how much the lake changes. Even though it was only here a little bit of over a week ago, the weed is definitely thicker than it was, you know, even a week ago. So I guess this warmer weather we've been having is really, you know, the weed's healthy and happy. And there's the first fish. There we go. They're in that weed still. So that's that GM colour, or Ghost Minnow. There you go. He's not a huge fish, but not too bad. Always nice to get that first fish. There you go. Definitely legal. Or maybe just legal. Hey, there we go, that's a little fella. Oh no, he's buried me in the weeds, so he might be bigger than I think. Oh, he's well and truly got me in the weed, this guy. There he goes, he's a little rat, I reckon. He is tiny. It just shows you though, these spinnerbaits, that's why you have that stinger hook on. Well, I know you don't want to catch little fish like that, but yeah, stinger hook just means that you get a bite, you hook a fish. So you heard me in the last video, and most probably in this one as well, where I was saying don't strike when I get hits. I guess one of the reasons you don't strike is because if you don't strike, like you feel that bump and you keep rolling it, there's every chance that fish is going to come back. For some reason, when you strike, they just don't come back, or if they do, they continue just to sort of tap at it rather than hit it properly. So there's a little tip if you're fishing spinnerbaits is, yeah, if you get bumps, don't strike, because there's every chance that fish will come back and you'll turn that bite into a fish. Oh, what did I say about not striking? You idiot. Oh, see, there's a bump. Got him this time. See, came back. Again, he's only a tiny fish, but just shows you. Don't strike. Keep winding. Eventually they'll grab it. This is a little guy. Again on the GM colour. Might be time to change that colour and put one of the other guys on there. So there you go, I've changed spinnerbaits. So something similar, but this one's WB rather than GM. So a little bit more natural in the skirt, just that little bit of chartreuse in there to, I guess, give it that little bit of definition. Again, in this lake, I've actually done really, really well on this colour. So just remember that one. This is the WB, or white bait, for the want of a better word. But I'll get back in position and give this one a try. There you go, 2 casts, WB. Oh, and he come off. No, he didn't. He just wrapped me in the weed. It might be a little bit better, this fish. Hard to tell when they wrap you in the weed. Still only a little guy. It's just amazing. At Somerset the other day, these fish were hitting really, really softly. You have a look, the size of these fish is not even close to what you get at Somerset. Yet they just smashed that spinnerbait. So there it is, the WB colour, second cast. I guess that's why it's in the range, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Had to be one here somewhere. Again, not a very big fish. It's having a little crack now. There you go. Not a very big fish, and it's most probably the biggest for the day. Let me up. You definitely want it. It is taking that all the way down the hatch, that fella. Starting to pick up a few serious fish now. That's on the WB, so the white bait colour. That's a cracking fish for Kurwongbah, but he had me buried in weed, had me in everything, and no camera going as per usual. But yeah, no, that's a nice fish. So I'm changing spinnerbaits for the last time, going to the PBJ, or as my youngest daughter calls it, peanut butter jelly. More of a natural sort of colour, a little bit of purple highlight in there, copper blade. Again, another really, really good colour. Stark contrast from, I guess, the whites and the I guess the bait fish profiles that we had before. So there you go, PBJ, or peanut butter jelly, whatever you want to call it. Let's give this one a go. Hey, it's only taken forever and I've caught an absolute tiddler. Has he got off? Got a tip? No. Oh, it's definitely a fish, just a tiddler. Wow. There's one finally. You see all these fish on the sound, you start wondering whether the sound is actually lying to you. Yeah, just another one of these little guys. Actually getting bites on the drop. Oh, and he come off. There he is. Fish are obviously stacked up in this little corner over here. Show you one more little tiny one on the peanut butter jelly, or PBJ. Yeah, and he's only a little fish. You can actually see on the sounder there's a little school of them. That's a better fish. Oh, get out of there. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh, there's definitely a better fish. Not much better, but better. Oh. Oh. There we go. So there you go. So I've been mucking around with all those little fish. There's the PBJ. Had to cut the stinger hook off. Unfortunately, it got stuck in the net. and of course the wind's going to swing us around. But yeah, that one would be mid to high 30s, much better fish. That's a good fish to sign off on. So check out Obsession Spinnerbaits, the new bass series, the 6-pack. That'll do for today for PTP fishing. Until next time, we'll see you on the water. Ciao for now. See ya.